Greetings, tankers! My name is Anna Snellgrove and welcome to Best Replays, the finest of shows, with the finest of replays and the finest of audience, may I add. Apart from that one guy who always complains in the comments, you know who you are. Anyway, like, subscribe, ring that bell icon, share with your friends, family and pets, all that good stuff. And let's get straight into it. Starting a show with a replay from 2015. Wait, what? You're telling me this is a recent replay? And somebody is actually playing a back chat in 2022? Well then, we've got Callow licensed to throw, exerting their right to throw by playing a tank that has been out of meta ever since Lorraine 40T was a tier 9. A Batchat 25T, a tier 10 medium tank whose only redeeming characteristics are the somewhat decent mobility and this 5-shell autoloader. Well, that was less than productive. How about some gameplay now? No? And we're back to exploring the scenery here on Glacier. Maybe? Hey, a kill and 1,337 damage in 3.5 minutes. That seems a bit low even by my standards. Alright, real talk. While it's good fun to meme on this game up until now, what Callow has been doing so far is the correct play. Not overcommitting to an unfavorable fight and instead waiting for that crucial opportunity to arise. Much like this one. 2 red mediums being far too aggressive is just what Callow has been waiting on. And taking down the T110E4 as well with a single clip. Because now that the battlefield is no longer a static peekaboo game, the Batchat comes into its own. Appearing from an unexpected direction to clip down helpless enemy tanks. Just like that. Oh, kind of you to waste your shot, Mr. Chieftain. Haha, should have brought a fire extinguisher. And another smart tactical decision, disengaging from the 50B in order to use the Batchat's superior view range. Oh, how about that for a spot? Ah, shame about reloading that final shell as the AMX 50B decides to cross in the open. There we go, that's the one. And 2, what a shot! The 2 teammates now just have 1 enemy artillery between them and the victory. Ooh, and a possible fad-ins as well, provided the T-57 Heavy does not take away the kill. Ah, now that's what good teammates do. The T-57 agrees to bait the arty, while Callow takes the well-deserved kill. Just love to see that in World of Tanks. GG. A very solid tactical game by Callow licensed to throw. While it did not have flashy action or huge drama, the exceptional patience and skill displayed here definitely impressed us. The post-game stats show Fadins, Pascucci's and Radley Walters medals, together with 8,746 damage, 9 kills and 1,733 base experience. A well-deserved 3rd place, netting Callow 2,000 gold and best replay style. Congratulations! Up next, we've got something you've all been asking for. A tank that's 2 tiers down with Holy Manu in the Skorpion. And on a really tough map for paper-thin TD as well, Empire's border is not known for its amazing TD spots. So Holy Manu will have to work wonders with these few scattered bushes and a team that's already 6,000 HP behind. Ooh, yeah, this does not look like a safe position to be in anymore. So it's all about doing as much damage as possible while executing the famed fighting withdrawal. An Object 705A, a tough opponent unless it falls straight for our ambush. Unfortunately, it is replaced by 3 more enemy tanks. They just don't stop coming! 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 You've got to be kidding me! But in a scenario rivaling Mission Impossible, Holy Manu and their platoon mate have managed to hold off the enemy push. And now have to face 5 enemy tanks as a reward for their effort. This one is going downhill quicker than Leclerc's championship hopes. Oh, gotta be quick and help the platoon mate. Oh no! Even with that kill, Holy Manu is still facing 4 enemies without any significant cover on their side. And leaving isn't an option either. The enemies would just cap it out. This is so tense. From which side will these enemies come from? Here we go, the action is about to start. Oh, a clutch kill. And a lovely snapshot. It's now down to a straight up duel against a Maushan. Holy Manu does it! A Cupola snipe secures the win for our bottom tier hero, GG. An incredible victory against all odds. Holy Manu held their ground against numerous enemies to claim a Kolobanov's medal. The scoreline reads 7,087 damage and 7 kills, with 2,139 base experience added to that. Goes to show that when matchmaking gives you lemons, you just turn them into Kolobanov's nade. Well, anyway, a game worthy of 2,500 gold and a best replay style. Well done! And for the grand finale, we've got a rare platoon game with a dynamic duo of Spokona Vietnamica and Republic. An SDRV 103B and a T100 LT working together on the most perfect of maps, Malinovka. With Republic on scouting duty while Spokona Vietnamica's opening play ends up being less than fortunate. Ooh, that's gonna leave a mark. And also allows Republic to run rampant right into the enemy base. Definitely wouldn't want to be that guy. Oh, and now it's the SDRV crossing over as well. I like this aggressive approach. An unrivaled combo of spotting and firepower to which the enemy team has no answer. And in a shocking development, there seems to be a lack of purple markers around the enemy base. So the only logical play is to double all the way back in search of more fruitful hunting grounds. Where the strategy remains the same. Indiscriminately dashing the hopes and dreams of the purple team. But a 279E close-up is not a fight you'd want to take in an STRV. So instead, the two platoon mates opt for a well-known strategy here on Best Replays, the high ground. Not so tough now, 279E, eh? Ah, so close! But with such a commanding lead in HP, tanks and map control, even a Republic can get in on the action. An FV-4005 would normally pose a serious threat to any tanker. But for Skorpion, Vietnamica and Republic, it's just 500 extra damage on the tally. You run, but you cannot hide. However, we might need to up the pace of this mop-up operation as the 2-minute warning siren sounds. And with the 279E being out of render range for Skorpion Vietnamica, it's now all down to Republic. Yeah, this one was never in doubt. GG! I love seeing these platoon games on our show, especially this one, in which two very different tanks complemented each other so well. Skorpion Vietnamica and Republic pulled off an amazing victory together, the SCRV dealing 10,478 damage, while the T100LT assisted with 8,878 spotting. A true platoon masterclass for which both of these players will receive 3,000 gold and a Best Replay style, as well as the title of the Best Platoon of the Week. Congratulations! And thus we have come to the end of another episode, dear tankers. As you saw in that last replay, we are more than happy to double up on our rewards for these platoon games, especially when you include all the replays. Speaking of platoons, I'd like to know what's your go-to platoon combo. Do you also prefer a spotter and a sniper? Or maybe a heavy tank duo? My favorite has to be a medium tank wolf pack. There's no better feeling than swarming an enemy and pew-pewing him down. But I'm getting carried away. As always, do send us your replays as we're keen on watching your best moments and possibly rewarding those with some shiny ka-ching! But until then, I'm Adam Snellgrove and I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio!